What's up, you filthy casuals? Welcome to the Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast, the podcast all about the irreverent love of gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremiah. Tonight I am joined by Joel.
Hey, buddy.
And Dave.
Hello, friend.
Now, if everybody remembers last week's podcast intro where Joel was screaming in frustration at my counting, at first I thought he was just being difficult. But when I went to edit the podcast, I looked at the waveform and my counting was very bad.
You looked at it. I was thinking about it.
I posted it in Skype. I posted the waveform in Skype. I was like 30% off with that last number.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was.
Dang it.
It was like.
Because I was actually curious about doing that and just measuring to see what the distance was to see if.
Go check out the.
If it was us or if we are hearing it wrong. I don't know.
Go check like the Casual Shenanigans Twitter, I believe. I tweeted this out. I think either my Twitter or their Twitter, but I retweeted one to the other. So you should see it.
I saw it. Okay. I couldn't figure out what it was, and then it clicked, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's bad."
But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was looking at it. I was like, "Huh." I am. Yeah. And that's my local recording too. That's not over the
internet. It's official. Science proves Jeremiah can't count.
Woo! So validated. Although, I'm positive. I think I know exactly what it is too.
I'm an idiot. That's what it is.
No. I think you can actually count just fine. But
thanks, Joel.
But here's what I think happens with the timing is it's like you get rushed or you get giddy a little bit right before the final thing, and I think what would help, and this is okay.
He's probably right.
I'm getting somewhere. I do this a lot when I film like interviews or like when I'm recording lines for people, right? Instead of, let's say you're going to start your line on, "Hey, come back over here." I actually add in fake gibberish beforehand, then they go into it because they jump in really quick on their line, really loud, and it doesn't sound natural. And I think you're doing something like that where you go, okay, like you're almost, I think you can just take your time and go 1, 2, 3, go. Like just don't rush, like just be relaxed. Don't worry about rushing. I think you almost go 1, 2, 3. Like you almost get like a little bit excited.
I'm excited.
On that last
I'm
little
excited
bit.
to the podcast.
Then why is the pause longer for the third one?
Nobody knows.
I don't know. There's something happens there. Something happens in that void.
In the void. In the void. So this week, what I did is I typed in metronome to Google, and of course Google has a built-in metronome you can use. I muted Chrome, and then I just watched the light flash and counted with it.
You practiced counting this week? You practiced counting for the podcast?
I actually was doing that during the warm-up. When I was being quiet, I was counting in my head, staring at the light.
You were also counting with your lips a little bit? No, he's super self-conscious.
I've tried so hard.
Your lips told us.
I have a big boy job, but I can't count.
Oh man.
Well, but now that it's out in the open, you understand that. I mean, you might be able to notice it more now. You know what I mean? Like, or just be able to correct it. I mean,
this is an intervention. I just want to be clear. I feel like the seriousness of your tone is maybe inappropriate.
We're gonna go over to your house about your counting. Dave, would you like to speak first? You have the talking pillow.
Well, anyway, oh yeah. Also, Shane mentions the metronome did make it onto the stream for a couple seconds, but I was like, wait a second, I need to mute Chrome because everybody else can hear this. So anyway, welcome to the podcast, everybody. If you didn't know, we record live Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on youtube.com/casualshenanigans. If you can't catch it live, you can always go to youtube.com/casualshenanigans and watch the podcast sometime around Sunday or Monday each week. And of course, you can check it out on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play Podcasts, and podcast services of your choice. And if you use a particular podcast service that we're not on, let us know, and I'll see if it's convenient and easy to get onto that service. Pro tip for all podcast services: let me submit an RSS feed. I don't want to upload my stuff to your service manually. Just let me send you an RSS feed, but don't do the iTunes version where you can't have an account. You just submit the feed and then it's gone forever and there's nothing you can ever do. Do the version where I at least have an account. I can go in and change the feed if I need to. That would be ideal. Like there's a nice middle ground. I again, with podcasts, I don't know how hard it is to make a good podcast service, but it must be hard because most places are like really bad at it, considering that it's like the most popular form of radio, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, we don't have a main topic tonight. I don't know if you could tell by the rambling that's been going on so far. I think we're all pretty bushed this week, so we're just going to hang out and chat. But before we get into that...
We're pretty bushed? What does that mean?
Yeah, like pretty beat, pretty worn out.
Bushed.
It's a term.
Fine.
Look at it.
We have no topic.
We have time. Let's do it.
Where did the phrase we're pretty bushed?
Well,
It's
I don't
from
know
the
what
late
phrase is.
19th century U.S., meaning tired from walking in the bushes or the woods all day.
Oh, okay. Because, it's literally, overgrown with bushes, informal, exhausted, tired out. After all that exercise, I'm bushed.
Not a Joelism, a real word.
You thought I was making stuff up. But if you guys didn't know, we have a Patreon, and I'm sure you do know because we talk about it pretty frequently. But Patreon buys us things like the light that I'm using, not the other guys. They've given theirs up.
Where's my LED, Jeremiah? You're supposed to find me one. So I don't have the sun above me.
I'll move it up on my list. No, I found one, and then I just didn't buy it. So.
Put your big boy job aside for a second. Put your counting practice aside for a second.
Maybe I need to...
Your counting practice?
Buy the talent a studio light.
Dude, the counting thing reminds me of Michael in Arrested Development when he has the ting ting, the wood block counting thing. He's like, I just like that nice sound. Block.
So anyway, somebody has supported us on Patreon new this week, and as part of your Patreon pledge, besides knowing that you're helping pay for things like the lights and the mics and a special Casual Shenanigans original short film coming very soon.
And the Teamspeak channel.
And the Teamspeak channel, which is in the description of every podcast. Come hang out with us. Maybe. Joel will now read your name in a fun voice.
Yeah, it's kind of
fun is debatable, but it's a voice.
Any voice idea?
Me.
Oh man, I feel like I've done you already.
Phrasing.
Oh gosh, I don't. Let's see if I can.
Me leading an Arma mission. Does that make it easier?
It just makes me stressed.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel good.
Okay, let's see. You're loud. You ask a lot of questions. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do your voice. Sorry,
Don't take it personal.
I'm just kidding.
He's getting into character.
Hey, Dylan. Well, thanks so much for your pledge. We're going to make sure we get all the tech specs to you. We're going to get the facts. We're going to get all the details to you. Don't forget to install the mods. Let's be on time. Guys, shut up over there in the TeamSpeak. We're going to really need to work together, guys, as a team. Watch your backs. You guys all good? You got your packs looted up? Okay, let's move. Let's move. Get in the cars. We're all getting in the cars. Now we're going to drive ahead. Okay, everyone? No fun. We're to the plan. Plan. Thanks so much for your pledge. Sorry. I love you.
Who is that?
I like all the times when you say no fun, don't have fun, only yelling, big boy job, manager yelling.
Big boy job, yelling.
Hey, you guys know that for the next 2 weeks, my boss and my boss's boss aren't going to be at work for about a week and a half. They're on vacation. You know what that means?
Wait.
No. That's
That's beyond big boy job. That's
all right. Hold on. I feel like all right. So I'm probably not the most fun boss in the world, and I am okay with that because when I'm at work, I am in work mode. But I also would like to.
When you're at home, you're also in work mode.
I'd like
when
to
you're
think,
playing.
I'd like to
also
think
work.
that I'm a somewhat easygoing boss in the sense of I'm not all about like the letter of the law. I want the work to get done. That's the part I really care about is the work gets done and we do an excellent job. As far as like, was somebody 2 minutes late or did they get back from lunch at the right time? Or did Joel just decide not to go to a meeting, go to lunch and send me to the meeting instead, like half a day? Whatever. I'm pretty
I
chill
got to
about
eat my
stuff.
pizza super hot and fresh too.
I'm your boss. So anyway, no, I walk onto the aisle today and Dave and Joel have a Gwent game going on a table.
It's like chess where you move one piece and you come back like an hour later and you move another piece.
Yeah, in the cubicle at work.
It's a terrible way to play Gwent. We got, I think,
I'm sure it is, but
6 turns in.
But I saw that and I was like, huh. Am I allowing to, like, there was that moment in the back of my mind where I'm like, I'm not actually bothered that this is happening, but do I need to be bothered for the sake of maintaining order in the office? Like, it felt like this might be a turning point that I need to be keeping an eye on.
What I learned tonight is Jeremiah doesn't pay very close attention at work.
Because you guys have done it before?
No, yeah, but I just wanted to see you sweating. Like, oh no.
He's coming. We like shove the table back into the wall.
You guys know I stand up at my cubicle and just stare down at all of you frequently, right?
Yeah,
Also,
no, we don't
very
like
true.
that.
Oh, man. So anyway,
Yeah, that was honestly an awful way to play Gwent. We ended up scrapping the idea like 2 hours in when it was like 6 moves total.
well, I was also thinking, like, that's got to be bad because you're on that thing that can tilt and turn and stuff. Like, did anything slide around?
No, there was enough room to play, and we
It's hard to
came
keep
close
track
to
of what was
forgetting
going on.
Yeah, whose turn it was, and it just it wasn't fun.
And it's not a true game until you're looking in your opponent's eyes and you're making fun of them, and then you whip out a spy.
While you hold hands under the table, like without that, I think it's just not the same.
Yeah,
Is that what you call it? The spy?
Yeah. Here's my
state
Avalock.
All right.
Don't ruin Witcher for me, Joe.
You've been trying to ruin all Nintendo games for me, so that's what you get, Dave.
Nothing to ruin about kids' games, Joel. Nothing to them.
Yeah, what's Dave trying to ruin about Nintendo games?
Oh, Dave. When I'm
right.
rich, you are going to regret everything. I'm going to pay you so much money to play all your games at the lowest resolution
I mean,
possible.
have you come up with a worse idea than paying us to have me burp into Dave's mouth to mouth? Like,
I
you
think
haven't thought that yet?
Dave would do that way before taking the bet to play like for the next month all of his games at like 240p. That's it.
A month?
And he
Yeah,
has to play.
I'd do it for a month. Yeah, I would absolutely do it for a month.
Yeah, Joel, like you say,
Every
you
game
say
at
it like
240.
no, you say it like
I just wouldn't
those
play
things
nearly
are
as
those
much.
things are close to the same. Like, oh, a month of playing games at a substandard resolution.
I think
French
so.
kissing another man and burping into his mouth. Like, it seems weird to me that you're like both
Again,
are
it's not
equally
kissing.
uncomfortable.
It's not kissing. Would you consider hands just touching like this? Is that kissing?
No, but your mouth's touching.
Well, yeah, you're
is.
just touching. You don't have to be moving around or like interacting. I'm just
Why are they so limp?
because it's just for science.
How
It's
babies
not-
are made.
It's just
How much for this one?
okay. Like, come on. Like, okay. When you're at the doctor, when you're at the doctor's office, and they sometimes have to check stuff or whatever, you're not going, "Ooh, this is going to be exciting." I would just consider it that kind of experience. Like, this is just we're just in that mode. We're in this
Except
mode where
I'm
we got to get it done.
Kissing a
We're
man
done.
for money. Other than that, it is like going to the doctor's office. Like, here's the difference.
What were we talking about? I don't even.
If one of you, like, if you were like drowning and I pulled you out, I wouldn't even think about it. Although, actually, no, you're not even supposed to do mouth to mouth. It's just supposed to be chest compressions. So that'd be my excuse. Apparently,
Is that done? They like kind of.
Apparently it's more effective just to do chest compressions, not to do any breaths, because when you pump someone's chest, you're actually moving more air through their lungs than you would be just breathing. Like, you're getting more oxygen into their lungs than breathing out
Oh, wow.
into them. But I haven't paid attention in a couple of years, but I believe that was like 5-6 years ago. That started to be the thing. So,
But basically, I would consider it like that. But whatever. I guess we should move on.
Should we? I don't know. I'm comfortable to stay here a little bit.
Apparently, you guys are not comfortable.
I'm not comfortable at all.
Now, Dave, if it was that guy who cosplays as Geralt, would that make it an easier choice?
Absolutely. Our beards would tickle each other.
They intertwine, they stuck. We're here forever. Yay.
Oh no. I'm stuck to Geralt of Rivia, the world's most famous monster hunter.
Hey. Okay, this is not creepy. Dave, if they made Witcher 4 and you're allowed...
Hold on, Joel, that's just like going up to someone on the street and being like, you're not in danger.
What did you just say, Joel?
I said, this is not supposed to be creepy. So, Witcher 4 gets announced, okay? And you're allowed to create your own custom Witcher designed to look like you, wherever you want to look like in the game. And you get to go through Kaer Morhen and all that kind of stuff, the training school and all that kind of stuff, right? You get trained by Geralt. Question, Dave. Would you have a hard time going, I'm the greatest Witcher now?
Absolutely not. I respect my elders, Joel. That's it. 100%.
But what if he's too old and, he ends up passing away? Could you eventually, pass that bar? Have the bar passed?
I suppose every legend does have an end.
And a new legend begins.
But in my heart, Joel, when you read in the books, a lot of the books are like the introductions to each chapter are sometimes in Dandelion's perspective, because he's actually written in-game lore, or I guess in-world lore about Geralt of Rivia, because he's his friend. But it's obviously like all trumped up and excessive and all this stuff. But when I read Dandelion's descriptions, I'm like, I feel like this is probably the factual account of what happened. That's my imagining of Geralt's adventuring is Dandelion's perspective, where like every 20 steps, hero again. Yep, air's on. It's 78 degrees in here.
Oh my gosh, that sucks. Could be worse. Could be.
Remember that time? Remember that time I spent like a month of weekends in the attic running copper tubing so I'd have air conditioning this year? You guys remember that?
Yeah, I remember I came over and helped, and I was super excited for you, and I feel like I shared in your joy
and pain.
Well, I mostly shared in the joy. The pain was mostly felt after I left. Just being real.
Phrasing?
Anyway, you guys want to get into what are you playing this week?
Sure.
Yeah, it's part of the show where we talk about what we're playing this week. I'm just not feeling games right now. I think it's just because there's a lot of other stuff going on at the moment, and it's a combination of that, and there aren't any games I'm like super excited to play on my own. I've been really enjoying Battlegrounds, and we had a fun GTA night the other night and had a fun Arma night. Like that stuff still happens, but yeah, that's all I've really played is Battlegrounds. But what about you guys?
Yeah, well, Eggert has my PS4, so all I've been playing really is Battlegrounds, and I played a little bit of Battlefield and helped Dave record some footage for his channel. And I've played a decent amount of Zelda. Yeah, I'm at, I think, 80 hours in Zelda now, so.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't been just binging Zelda while your PS4's been gone.
Well, I mean, like, what makes that game so good is, like, it's such a good, easy to pick up play for a while and just continue your adventure, because it's like the sleep mode on it is just incredible. It's just like a phone. It's just like turn a phone again. Like, so it's so easy to just kind of like be mid almost a mission and just pause it. All right, I'll come back over, play it again. It's so nice. So it just slowly adds up time. Oh yeah, we played a lot of Mario Kart. Joey and I, we've been loving playing that. So it's been a lot of fun.
Now, I could be remembering this wrong, but when the Wii U came out, did Mario Kart come out like right after launch, or was there a long
No, Mario Kart 8 came out probably the third year of Wii U.
Okay, and there was the same thing like with Smash Brothers,
time.
right? Like Smash Brothers was a long wait too.
It came out like almost like the last, not the last year of Wii U, but it was like the last big year of Wii U games was that. It took a long time.
Huh. That's interesting.
But we have 4 controllers now, so we should play some 4-player Mario Kart.
Ooh. Now, Joel, you're also forgetting something.
What?
You and I have gotten into a bad habit because the Steam sale is going on where right now, as we go to play Sniper Elite, we still have 5 co-op missions left. We start every session, every 2.5 hour immersion session of shooting Nazis by browsing the Sniper Elite 4 Steam store to see what weapon skins and character skins are on sale. We spent each like $6.50 on weapon skins before we played the other night, just because they're on sale.
I know, it was almost like, please don't notice this. Please, developers, don't notice this and make more skins. But we bought them, and we're happy with them.
We spent 20 minutes on the Steam store before we played the game looking at it. We're like, oh, do we want the weapon pack for the Arctic regions now, or should we wait for later? Maybe we should focus on the night pack first, the stealth night pack.
Yeah, probably. And then I wasn't even planning to get one, and Dave was like, ooh, but look at this. And I was like, oh, damn it.
It had the M1 Durand with a scope on it.
Shit.
Oh, man. That game is still so much fun.
Yeah.
What have I been playing this week? I made Joel watch me play Battlefield. I've been playing a ton of Battlefield this week.
Oh yeah, I need to get you that hard drive stuff.
Yeah, bring it tomorrow. You scrub. I mean, friend. Valued assistant.
Hey, no
Cameraman?
problem, awesome friend.
The audio bleeped out, so all I heard was no problem, awesome, and then like I was like, what was that?
Huh?
F something there. What else have I been playing? I mean, Battlegrounds, obviously, a little bit of Arma. My 3-year running Arma campaign is down to 4 more missions, one of which is already designed and finished.
Which sounds impressive till you realize it started out as only 3 missions. So after 3 years, we have netted 1 additional mission and are no farther along.
Yeah. So after 3 years, my 3-mission campaign is up to we just beat mission 13 of the 3-mission campaign. It's been a lot of fun. And besides the usual building and Fallout, that's like a given. I've actually bought some things on the Steam sale so far.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
I bought Call of Juarez Gunslinger because I love the previous 2 games. This is like a more casual cell shaded version. It's like a 6-hour campaign. $7.
Wait, it's cell shaded?
Like a very slightly, because the engine was getting old. I think they threw the cell shade on top as like a. But look at the Steam reviews for it, and then watch one of the trailers. It is supposed to be funny and lots of fun. It's like a casual version that's just based around the shooting and just going through all the levels. It looks like a lot of fun, actually.
That's interesting.
I also bought Soma, and it will gather dust for the next decade.
Points for honesty.
And I bought Homefront the Revolution bundle, which was $12 for like it's like the season pass and everything. I love the first
Soma is
Homefront.
$8. That's a good deal.
Yeah, I love the first Homefront. The second one that came out last year got pretty below average reviews, but it looks fantastic. And I figured for $12 for literally everything, if I get 10 hours of enjoyment out of it, that's going to be awesome.
I wasn't impressed at all when I played it, but I hope your experience is better.
Refund.
Well, again, I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, you shouldn't play this, you should refund it, but I was very underwhelmed, I guess, when I played it. Like, now, to be fair, a lot of people said the exact same thing about the first Homefront, and I kind of enjoyed the first Homefront, although it was only like 4.5 hours long. Like, it was
man,
really
it was
short.
a short game.
Yeah, it was really short, but I thought the story and everything was really cool. Like, I thought that was the part about it that I thought, like, oh, this is like what I would want out of Call of Duty Ghosts, actually. I remember when a Call of Duty Ghosts came out, I thought, oh, sweet. Like, from the teasers, it looked like this is going to be like a Call of Duty production level version of Homefront. But it just turned into normal Call of Duty with a slight veneer of we are the Resistance. But we're the Resistance with all of the, toys and everything because it's Call of Duty and we can't possibly go backwards. I'm just waiting for they're going to come up with some way to do drones in World War II. Like, I don't know, do you think the Call of Duty devs can actually walk back from all the craziness they've pumped into those games? Like, at least Call of Duties have jetpacks and the weapon skins
almost
and the
in
wall
a
running and
almost in a business way, I think they could because, if you ride a curve, if you keep, going on the curve of basically adding more and more and more and more and more, right? Eventually it just comes, it's nothing new, right? But if you do take it back down, then you do have somewhere to go again, honestly. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Then you could have World War II, the sequel of whatever the game is, you know what I mean? Like you could then add different things and build up on it in a way, you know? I don't know. I mean, that's what, candy bars do all the time, which is actually interesting.
What?
Yeah, I read about this actually, about candy bars, like with the prices and how the sizes. They have this weird schedule where basically they not lengthen or shorten them, but you can buy the bigger ones and smaller ones for different prices. Every once in a while they change it because it's kind of like then it becomes like I want to get that again, because when it becomes a norm of like that's the same price, it doesn't become special anymore. In a way, it's kind of like, you know, gas prices. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know, it changes and flexes and stuff like that. That's why it's like, oh man, it's $1.50 right now, or it's $4. Oh man, that's awesome. When like, you know, a couple years ago, maybe it was like $3. It's like all of a sudden at $4 seems like such a deal. So I think they could almost do that with Call of Duty, is if you strip it back down. I just want to strip down now because I think it's better gameplay. But if they do that, then they at least have somewhere to ride again, and, you know, add features as opposed to, okay, now we have like zombies, we have this, we have drones, we have this. Like, where do you go from that? You can't, you know?
I mean, I guess they did a pretty good job with Battlefield 1, but they still, like, I still feel like they pushed the whole World War I thing pretty far. Like, World War I, but all these prototype automatic weapons are in there, and, you know, like they definitely pushed it because they wanted to have extra variety to the game. But I mean, I think they did a decent job, because Battlefield 4 had like 5 times the amount of content any game should have. It was like, here's 35 5.56 rifles. They all have 15 different like attachments.
It amazes me right now on Battlefield 1 discussions outside of like their actual Battlefield community sites, like on Reddit and stuff. If you see Battlefield 1 talked about on, I don't know, r/gaming, for instance, there's so many comments like, I went back to Battlefield 4 because Battlefield 1 just didn't have enough content for me. It's like, maybe
you know what Battlefield 1 does have? Gameplay. That's what it has.
4 is apparently a great game now, and I really wonder if the bloat, because if you play it for 5 years, 4.5 years, maybe the bloat isn't even noticeable anymore, and you actually need that extra content over the years. Like, I wonder if it changes your perspective.
I mean, because maybe you could get like just so used to the content that's there, you're not using all of it. Like, you've got all your loadouts and everything, and over the time you've gone through all of the different options and gotten them set to what you actually want to use, and now it doesn't feel like bloat, like you're saying. Like, maybe now it just feels like this is just the particular loadouts I use, and I'm super comfortable with them. But like, even with Battlefield 1, I use 10% of the guns. Like, I found the ones I enjoy. I've got the exact variations and loadouts and stuff I want, and then I just use that. Like, I'm happy with it. Like, the gameplay is what's fun, you know? The other stuff is just window dressing, I guess. I don't know.
I know, because I mean, like, we played Halo and Counter-Strike when it came out. It was the same game for years and years and years. But I mean, but again, I think, you know, that when you add this stuff, again, when you keep on adding more, you do, you know, or at least maybe this generation really expects it for the next one, you know, because it's like, it's to me, I find it so ridiculous when you hear someone who's played a game for 1,500 hours and they're like, man, it has no content, there's no end game. And I'm like, you played 1,500 hours of Division and there's no end game. What the crap, dude? I played 60 hours and I loved every second of it. Me and Joe played through all the campaign. We had a blast. I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a crazy amount of hours.
Joel,
that you're complaining it doesn't have enough content. Like, geez, does a regular single player game need to have 15,000 hours? Like, what the crap?
You also need to spend at least 400 hours per month on the user forums to really understand the game.
Well, it's like, I mean, some people just get so far into it. Like the guy who played The Witcher 3 times and then complained that like
has to
it just wasn't a good RPG. Like,
yeah, that's amazing.
Can we just reach out into the community? Here's my hand. I'm reaching out into the community, and I want to pluck someone out onto our. No.
What?
No. Someone who disagrees with us, and they love all those skins and all the random stuff, and you need 500 weapons. Tell us why. I don't understand it.
Well, like, yes. So to be fair, let's be fair.
I am being fair.
I know.
Perspective. I
understand what you're saying. I want to add some context to that for anyone who thinks like, because we've just been complaining about it. So, you know, I want to extrapolate on what you're saying.
We're old, so.
I mean, I could just finish what I said. I mean, like, I feel like I don't have to explain too much.
Okay, it's more. I apologize.
No, I'm just saying.
I wanted to add my own opinion to that as well.
Well, no, you're adding your opinion to mine. You're trying to cover the fact of like that we don't offend someone or something like that. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
No,
I simply don't understand it. So I would love you to go, I don't understand you, Joel, why you do not want 500 weapons and way more gameplay. Like again, I'm older. Yeah, I don't understand. I grew up on like older games and stuff. We didn't have DLC. We didn't have any of that. We just had what you got in the box, and that was pretty much it. And so, because I mean, in my opinion, I think a lot of YouTube and the idea of streaming is kind of taken away from some good parts of gaming because, again, think of this as a streamer, right? If you're streaming a game, if you have more unlocks, that's more content or new things you can talk about, new things you can do, right? If you don't have that, you might not have as much content. So I can understand from that kind of perspective of video on YouTube or talking about a game or gun videos, you have almost an unlimited supply of what am I going to get next? What can I do? Where let's say if it was just straight Counter-Strike, no skins, no nothing, just same, it's just going to be gameplay. And so maybe for some people that's, you know what I mean? So I can understand that. But I think in some way it's like, it kind of takes away from people just going, let's just play the game. It's like, it's thinking about the next unlock and this thing and then, But I don't know. I would just love to know, like, why does someone love so much about, that? Or, I don't know. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because just for me, for Battlefield 1, I know that with just the guns that are in it now, I could play for like another 500 hours over like another year or two and still love the game. Like, I don't need... New maps to me are interesting like far more than more weapons as far as making the game last longer.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I just don't care about any of the weapons don't matter. Like as long as I have good enough weapons to use, like the rest is just window dressing, I guess is how I feel. Like as long as I have some fun weapons, I don't care about how many there are as long as the others aren't getting in the way of the ones I want to play, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but like, yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get like an interesting perspective on, even with Battlefield, like I have been pretty happy with the guns in Battlefield, although I wish they just got rid of all the multiples of stuff that are kind of useless. I like the smaller amount, the fact that I've actually literally unlocked every gun except for maybe 2 that are left from some DLC or something like that. But I'm really surprised that I was even able to do that because Battlefield 4, I think I unlocked maybe 5 or 6% of the guns. And the problem that annoyed me with that was like, yeah, I think I can play shooters pretty well and I enjoy shooters. But when you realize you're completely behind anyone that has these guns that you don't even know about, like if I've never used the FN FAL with the such and such weapon, I have no idea that like that is a really good weapon to use, or this is how you use a remote mine. Like I haven't even gotten to that unlock yet, that kind of annoys me. Where it's like I don't mind a little bit of progression to help you learn the game. But it's like, I got to play 150 hours just to unlock the main weapons of this game. Like, ugh. I don't understand that. That kind of pisses me off a little bit. It's like, geez, I would love to have a shotgun in this game. Nope, got to play 150 hours to get that unlocked, plus the red dot, plus the this. So it's like, geez. To me, it seems more like lazy developing, where they are going, hey, how do we pad this game out? Well, every single scope should be an unlock. Every little tag is an unlock. Every ribbon is something, so it kind of pads it out.
Maybe you have more time for all that padded out stuff if you play less of your mobile kids games. That's my goal now, Joel, is to start referring to Switch games as mobile.
Do you smell that in your house? Do you smell that smoke? I'm burning it down right now.
So my goal is to add the next layer to that, where it's not just kid games, but I'm going to call the Switch a mobile device. They're mobile games. That bothers you. That bothers you.
That was
so
a lot
much.
of air going in the wrong direction. Well, you guys play anything else?
Game of life and death.
Yeah, I just replayed my life flashing before my eyes.
Speaking of which, life flashing before your eyes, this is not a segue that makes any sense. That video you guys were watching at work earlier, are we going to watch that on the podcast tonight?
Which one?
Joel playing
Yeah. We can do that during my 90 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah,
is it in Dropbox?
It's in Dropbox.
It's in the videos.
Okay. Let me just make sure I actually have it. I do. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into the news.
News time.
First bit of news, G2A, in a surprisingly
long delayed action.
yeah, like a surprisingly coherent and logical decision. They're going to force key sellers to supply a name and an address. So a new policy starting on July 1st will require key sellers to provide their name and address, and it'll do away with anonymous sellers. And the company also plans to add automatic geolocation. This is as reported by The Escapist. Instead of choosing your location from a drop-down menu, your location will be determined using data taken from independent and reliable sources. This is for people to avoid paying taxes. So what I assume that means is people are just going to use VPNs to show that they're from a country that doesn't pay VAT and get around it. So I strongly doubt G2A is significantly changing their business model, but at the very least, we're going to have a lot of fake names and addresses, and maybe they're taking a slight step towards legitimacy. Next bit of news. So it's now been 3 months of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and I just wanted to give them some props. Because, when DayZ came out, the first month was like solid patch after solid patch. Wow, this is going so great. Like, they're just doing a great job. But then 3 months in, few months in, like things started to peter out, and then we kind of slowly got to the situation we're at now. I don't feel like Battlegrounds is slowing down at all so far. Like, every patch, it seems like they have added quality updates to the game, and they've improved stuff, and like it's a nice blend of server performance, client performance, gameplay tweaks, world tweaks, new items. Like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. So I just wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out. I think they're doing a great job. Their new items are Groza, which is an AR that is chambered for 7.62, and then the P18C, which is like a Glock 18 automatic handgun. They did a bunch of client performance fixes, a bunch of server performance fixes. The Vector and UMP now support burst. You can pick up items while moving, which will be really interesting to see how that works. You can interact with doors, items, or vehicles while reloading, which I think is also really interesting.
And what they added, Dave, for your immersion, is you stop reloading. You can just open a door while you're reloading. It just stops you reloading.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I also like that a person who, in duo and squad modes, a person who knocks an opponent out receives a kill count regardless of who actually kills the person. Because it's frequently like you'll be shooting a bunch of people and you'll get them down, and then somebody else finishes them off. Well, you'll still get it counted as a kill if you knocked them down and they ended up dying after that, or dying because of that. They adjusted the F key interaction to prioritize reviving, because I think we've probably all been in that scenario where you're trying to get the F thing to revive and it wants to do other stuff. So that makes a lot of sense. Let's see.
I've already got it updated if you guys want to play after this. I can't wait to try the new mode.
I
play some, but
shower, but that'll be done.
I need to do some actual work tonight too.
They've also adjusted the motorcycle and sidecar to move more smoothly. And red dots can be attached to pistols. But I really like the new weather settings: sunset and clear skies.
Yeah, the game does kind of have an overall very gray, flat look to it weather-wise right now. Hadn't even thought about that.
They also adjusted vehicles to face random directions at spawn. The
Egger's refunding now.
The VSS will no longer be in care packages. It will be spawned around the map. UMP's spawn rate is decreased by Eggert again. The Uzi has been increased. Let me see.
I love that you can put scope or like red dots on pistols and stuff. I'm really excited about that. And you can pull out pistols faster now. So the pistol, so it's kind of more of a viable, quick, instead of reloading, you might just pull out the pistol real quick.
Finally.
Dave, did you send in the application for getting the customer server at all?
We'll talk about that off the air.
Ooh.
The answer's no.
Dave, do that, please. Save us. Save us. I don't know.
We're playing like everybody else.
Yeah.
We're better than that. We deserve it. We have the talent.
No, don't encourage that.
You're the one who encourages it. What are you talking about?
But when I do it, it's supposed to be a joke.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you were actually groveling.
Oh my. All right, Dave. What is your news item?
First of all, a small one for Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. They've been on a patch binge as well, cleaning up some of the frame rate jitter and stuff like that. I played the game last week, and man, just the sound effect bugs being fixed, the ones that were still there at launch, the glitched gunship sounds always sound like they were right next to you. Just removing a couple of those sounds and effects that were doing that has made the game so much easier to play, just because I realized how overwhelming it sounded before, because there was just everything was 100% volume constantly, it felt like. But they announced that they are working on some custom versions of some of the maps that only have one gameplay mode right now, like they're bringing other modes to those maps. They are working on new maps for the future, and I believe as of today, the SDK is out where you can make your own maps. And it should be, seeing as Unreal 3, it should be the same system like a lot of Unreal 3 games where via Steam, you just join the server with the custom map and it downloads it as you join the server. So nice and simple. So good times ahead for Rising Storm 2. Second news item. This is from Gary Newman on Twitter, developer of Rust. He said that they got access to refunded analytics for Rust, and that a total of 330,000 copies of Rust have been refunded.
Woo.
Which is $4.3 million of refunds.
Wait, when did they refund? Can you do refunds anytime?
No, there are limitations. Let me fix my video real quick while I'm talking. I don't know what happened to it all of a sudden.
I'm only asking that because I'm like, holy crap. I mean, did people just, I'm like, is that recently? Like people bought, like 380,000 people bought the game recently and then, you know, because I'm like.
It's lifetime. It's lifetime.
But there are greatly increased, like right now there's a lot more refunds
Gotcha.
going on because of the Steam sale. People buy stuff, they try it out, they decide they don't like it. That's totally fine. But you have to have less than 2 hours of playtime. So
Okay.
there could be plenty of people. Yeah, that's true. You can get it with more than that. I mean, they have to approve it, but they're pretty fast about that actually. Compared to most Valve customer support, that part seems to actually work pretty well. But
my camera's like changing mood settings every 30 seconds. It just went to like noir contrast. All of a sudden.
it doesn't look bad though. I mean, it's
It looks
better than
kinda cool.
Yeah, it's better than it being blown out.
Additional details, he says the top two most common reasons for the refunds are not fun is number one, ouch. Secondly, bad performance, and he says that one's definitely very fair. What is very interesting is those 330,000 copies are only 6% of their total sales. So,
Whoa.
let's multiply 94 times 330,000. Is that right? 31 million copies sold? That's just no way.
Hold on. All right, hold on.
Did I just have a complete brain fart?
No, 329,000 is 6%. So
Yeah, I missed a decimal point there, I think.
All right, hold on. Give me the numbers again.
6% of all copies sold is 330,000. There's no way that's right.
Oh, just hold on. Okay, that's how many 100,000?
330,000.
and that equals 6%.
Okay. That means 5.5 million copies of the game.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I totally messed the math up there.
That's all right. Well, I almost did it wrong the first time too, and then I was like, wait a second, that's not
Secret hit. Almost up GTA.
I was about to say because GTA 5 is like what 50 million copies. And that's
Something
like,
that, yeah.
yeah, that would have been amazing. Man, maybe I should have gotten that third cup of coffee tonight. So they're doing just fine. And that's my news.
Cool. Joel, what about you?
Dave gave me some news. And
He said, very excited about participating in the podcast with his friends.
He's so thankful for the news I gave him.
this news just sucks.
There
yeah.
we go. Okay. All right. So what's
Star Wars Battlefront 2 outlines how its crate and crafting system is going to work.
Oh, I didn't know there was a crafting system. I like where we're going.
Like, again, I am super happy that you don't have to buy the season pass because
Joel, no, after what you just did, I don't think super happy is going to describe anything that comes after that.
How did that go again, Joel?
For everyone who's listening to the audio version, Joel is rubbing his temples and his cheeks while staring with dead eyes at the camera. But he's super happy about something. Go on, Joel.
I hate that Gwent adds that shit. I hate that Battlefield adds that shit. I hate that Counter-Strike has that shit. And now Battlefront 2 is crafting. You can craft new weapons and items and jeez.
Joel, what if you get a legendary leopard print
No.
Death Star skin?
I'm killing it! I'm killing it!
Like now it doesn't say anything about actual skins so far that I know of.
That's
a
true.
whale
It's
right
star
there.
cards. It's star
Yeah, I
cards.
think it's just star cards and upgrades. But like the fact that like I gotta collect 60 of them, then craft them, then turn them into stuff. Like
Yeah, I don't like any of that stuff.
it just feels like it feels weird in a first-person shooter. Like I don't know, like maybe a top-down kind of RTS game where you're collecting resources. I mean, okay, makes more sense. I don't know. It's just like get out. Can I just play the damn game? That's all.
It makes me thankful that
That's my extremely biased report of that news article.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what the news is. I just heard Joel not happy about it
It's
for
just
a minute.
I just found out basically they have crates and crafting and
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
that's how they're going to monetize the game is through crates. Now, here's
They're not
let me
going to
do some
monetize
actual-
it through selling it?
the long term. Monetize it in the long term.
Oh.
This replaces the season pass. You thought you were getting away scot-free, you fools. The actual bit of news here, I'll break it down because I had some thoughts on this too. It's star cards, not weapon skins that you're unlocking, and these actually have abilities in them depending on the drop value. I'm actually a little bit worried about it for balance because I'm sure you can get random drops just by playing. I mean, you have a star card that's legendary, for instance, and it gives you 18 seconds of that heavy trooper's like Gatling gun ability instead of the normal 11 seconds. That's not a huge deal necessarily. But if people who have too much money and time on their hands then spend $100 a month on crates, and they have non-stop legendary cards where they always have 100% shields, and they always have the longest lasting abilities, and they're always adding triple XP,
yeah.
that could be bad. One thing that I do appreciate about Battlefield 1's crate system, even though I wish it was just merit-based or anything else really, is that for Battlefield 1, at least it's just weapon and vehicle skins. You unlock the battle packs at the end of the round, you see whatever weapon skin you got, and then outside of the game, you can add them to your guns, and then once I add a skin that I like for a gun, I don't ever change it usually. Like I change it like once every few months, maybe, if I have a few different ones I like. The idea there being that I don't have to think about it in game. I don't think about drops and legendary and swapping out abilities and crafting a card. When I'm playing the game, I'm just playing the game. I like collecting the skins because it's unique content, but I can do that completely outside of the game, between rounds especially. The fact you can do that in Battlefield 1 between rounds, I love that. So I can see what I unlocked and add it to a gun in between rounds and then just not think about it. In Battlefront, I'm sure people love this stuff, but I really don't like the idea of having to think about crafting and combining star cards and then like, okay, let's look at my star card inventory, and is it time for a legendary one? Let's use a medium one for this round. Like
Exactly. Yeah, it's
I
like,
just want to play the game.
yeah,
when I'm
it's
playing the
because
game.
like, you know, for the capture the flag mode, it was really fun to go, okay, it's capture the flag, I'm going to use the shield thing so I can kind of run in and get it. But like, if someone has like, I've got 16 legendary shields that, you know, last for 15 more seconds, what the crap are you going to do? Like, so we'll see. I mean, we don't know 100% how it's going to be, you know, leveled and stuff like that. Because even with Battlefield 1, right, with how the gun unlocks, people get this really nice one-shot rifle that's awesome. I don't have it yet. You have to. I've played 90 hours of the game so far. I don't have it yet. So essentially, people have an advantage over me right now. You know what I mean? But at least I can get it without buying it or random loot drops. But still, I just hate all that in general and don't like where all this crap is going. So, but it's weird that it's like they can't make enough off their game. It's just that they know they can make more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they make more than enough off the game, but because people want to buy more stuff, they can make more. So, and it's like, well, I'm not going to be one to not buy the game because it's freaking Star Wars. I can't. I'm sorry.
Disney says yes. Yes.
Yes. And I'm like, no, yes.
Mickey Mouse is like, beg for it, Joel. Beg for it.
I will.
Yeah, yes,
Sir,
sir.
going
Mr.
back and
Mouse.
forth a little more than I'm expecting on this.
Then the mouse pulls out a whip.
All right. Next, it's time.
No.
Joel, no, you'd be like, yes.
Yes.
That was a little more graphic than I was hoping for.
I think there's more people watching this live podcast recording than our average. Like, our numbers are slightly up tonight on just the live recording.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very sorry for all those people. This is like probably the least amount of work we've put into any episode ever. Like, that might...
Show that laugh. You're like, yeah, they like it, don't they?
Speaking of which, it's now time for 90 Seconds with Joel, a part of the podcast where tonight, one of Joel's less ambitious dreams comes true. I guess that's the nicest way I have to put it.
Okay, everyone get the video queued up. Mm-hmm. All right, so if you've been following the podcast for a while, you obviously know my infatuation with trash men.
No, that's phrase
People
well.
who
That's
work in trash. People who collect your trash. People who compact your trash. So I got on a Steam sale Garbage Simulator. Garbage Man Simulator. And I played it for 38 minutes. And I cut this video down a lot, of course. I think it's maybe like 8 minutes, maybe. It was no joke. It was so much work. I was like exhausted at the end of this. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I feel like I actually kind of know what it's like. Their anger and frustration.
Are they angry and frustrated?
I don't know. Maybe some. But I was like, damn, they are heroes. You'll see why. So if you guys are ready to watch this.
Always.
All right, ready?
Yep. I'll count it off.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I'm going to try out Garbage Simulator. Already from this to start, like, look at this. This is a lot of work. Oh my gosh. Hey, do I need to get a loan? No. Route license, dump spot. You'll get access to dump spots when the crane truck becomes available. Dump spot license. You'll get, oh man, route. The route management tab. Oh my gosh. These guys are heroes. This is really confusing. It's time to choose which day of the week you'll collect this type of garbage. Generic garbage. Simply drag and drop the garbage container onto the day you want to collect the garbage. What? Oh, okay. What? Oh man.
That's not a day, Joel.
At first, your company has no routes to collect garbage. You need to purchase a license for a route from the city authorities. To start out, it is recommended that you buy a shorter route with fewer garbage containers. Okay, yeah, let's just do a few of them. How do I tell me oh, that, okay. Yeah, we'll just buy a small one. You are now a proud owner of your first garbage route. Oh. Gosh, this is a lot of work.
Is everyday pickup a good idea?
I need a car. Where do I buy a damn car? Okay, I have no workers. Dave, you're already figuring out your way of doing it.
Oh shit. I mean, you don't do garbage pickup every single day of the week.
Workers? I'm not a garbage man. I just want to get started. Sweet. Yes. No. Parked? No. Shit. I don't want any more alleys. I just want to... Damn it.
I do like your garbage truck enthusiasm, Joel. Sweet. So
man, they do not
so
start
honest.
this thing off easy. Whoa. Shit. I'm guessing these all red things are trash. I was just driving over the grass.
There are
Save me.
roads. There are roads.
Take a right down here. Whoa! No.
That was so close.
Oh, what? Of course. Shit. Oh, wait, I can't take it right down that way. Okay, I gotta go straight. Ooh. You cannot dick around in this game.
You ran through the red light, but noticed the "Don't turn right" sign.
Oh, slow down.
Well, most games doesn't matter. I didn't think it was gonna matter in this game, but no, everything matters.
That
Here
car
we go,
came
we're
to a
getting
sudden
close.
stop.
There we go.
Instant stop.
Oh.
It turns really hard.
No. Keep that map out. Oh, there it is. There you are, you little rat bastard.
Taunt that trash.
The music is just like elevator music
Near
the
a
whole
range of a
time.
garbage container, a console for the workers will appear. Stop the vehicle and send the workers to collect. Order the worker to bring the
You have to like
garbage.
press buttons for everything. Like literally do every single part of the
Bring
job.
dumpsters to track.
It's
Oh,
just
man.
so slow.
That is a pretty meticulous level of detail.
Through the bush, you moron. Use the commands on like what to. Oh my gosh! All right, they lied everything. Okay, raise.
Joel, I figured you love that level of
I
granular
earned
control.
$300. Inspect button to see
I
if
did
there's
get
any
excited when I was like,
garbage
I just
outside.
got
Raise the
$300
garbage.
from
Clean it
this.
again.
Yeah, look, you can even inspect the
Inspect
trash
this thing.
Look how he
Wait.
inspects it.
That was you. Inspect again. Whatever.
I saw it enough.
He knows you're watching. He's like, screw
Inspect
that guy.
that again. What a dick. All right, get back in the car. Return dumpster. Dude, you go on the
That was a
long
big
way
dumpster. I
around.
wonder if that's actually like worth $300 of pickup. In real life.
Maybe. I don't know.
You almost killed him, Joel.
Oh.
To be fair, this is a pretty awful parking lot for your first route. Like, it's so small.
Why
just-
don't we just drive
where
over
the
the
shit?
sidewalk and the grass?
No. Oh, you. You're making things way worse. Oh, there's nothing I can do. I can't tell you to do jack shit. You just have to go over there. I'm gonna let you move this all the way over here. Okay, bring it.
That's amazing. he's gonna cross the
Watch for
street with it.
No cars. What a dummy.
It's just like so long.
Check it. Dumpster's empty. Okay.
That was a
is
big
this right
jump
here?
cut right there, Joel.
Compressed
That's a lot of
garbage?
missing
Ooh.
trash action.
For the extended cut, make sure to support on
that
Patreon. 3 hours of uncut raw footage.
Son
the
of a
speed limit.
bitch. No, where the frick shit are you going? Oh gosh.
Where is he going?
Man,
he
the fact,
go?
like this literally
He got,
makes
like,
it
a
lot
trash
of
can
work,
way
the
over
fact that
there.
You have to press the buttons to like make him move. Do it. Where? What?
This is great.
I don't know why I'm checking.
See your enthusiasm going down steadily.
Shit.
Have you actually made money
Waste.
yet, or is you just losing all the fines?
I think I'm losing money.
Oh.
Do the cars go really fast and they just stop on a dime?
It's It's actually kind of concerning.
I forgot the guy was on the back, and I'm driving like
I'm going 80 miles an hour with that guy. Holy shit! Oh.
It's like a survival sim, trash man survival sim.
Dude, I would love that. That would be awesome. I want a game like this to have a total, like, you just
That's
expect
like a trash can worth.
Just
Shit.
ran the red light.
I like how you're defining your fines and how many trash cans that is. That's your currency. You're a trash man.
That is way past the white line. Fine.
Damn it! I keep forgetting.
first day on the job, 4 red lights.
Whoa, that's a wasteland of garbage. Is this a lake? Oh, it's what a terrible texture.
That'd be funny if it
On the
was a lake.
landfill. That damn guy.
Yeah, he can't get off and get back in the
I think
car
he has
there.
to get
You
off
have to,
literally on a road. Ah, you dick.
You made him ride all the way to the dump in the back.
And I'm like literally tired from this. Jeez.
let's go home.
So
so
close
tired.
enough. Dump this.
Can you put your Steam key back there too?
Yeah, I know. It's just so unbearably slow.
Ugh.
Oh,
What in the world?
that's a creepy
That's some
animation.
quality trash blocks there.
That was a lot of garbage. How do I close shop? There we go.
Close shop.
Man.
Just imagine, Joel, that whole city full of routes for you.
This. I can't. Sure, I'll do it. Please close the back doors of all garbage trucks and make sure all workers are inside before saving. What? No, I'm done.
Like, you couldn't even save your game easy.
You just cast him down to
Dark
save game hell.
It's the next Dark Souls.
Dave, do you have a comment of the week for us this week?
Kind of. My email system is broken for comments, so I don't have it saved. But I got an amazing comment that ended up in the spam on my original M1A Backyard Battlefield video that made me laugh so hard because, as Joel's well aware, some people take their various hobbies very, very seriously. I mean, there's some hobbies that I tend to take more seriously than others too, and I've taken firearms more seriously at certain times than other times. But I think any hobby, like, you've got to be able to step back and just, like, you know, relax a little bit. Wouldn't you agree, Joel? Like, no matter what the hobby is, you've got to be able to get some perspective on it. So for the M1A rifle series, Backyard Battlefield, I did like a cheesy Daisy style intro, bought like a tactical vest for it just for fun. I actually say in the video, like, that was our cheesy Daisy intro. Like, I call it cheesy in the actual video. And then we move on to the other shooting parts of the video. But I got a comment from a guy who's so well written, but he's just so completely missed the point. Let's see if I can paraphrase it. It was amazing. He's like, oh boy, this video's got it all. You literally have video games in your intro. You're driving your wife's SUV. You have a Taliban beard. Stop making rifle videos. Just stop. I just laughed so hard. I'm like, I wonder if he actually ever enjoys things in life. And that's my comment of the week, paraphrased.
Well, thank you everybody for coming out and being a part of the show. As always, you can write in to casualshenanigans@gmail.com to be a part of the show. Casualshenanigans@gmail.com to be a part of the show. You may also tweet at casualshenaniga. This is episode 194. Episode 200 is coming up fast, and if Daisy releases by then, we can close this thing down with a little dignity. Other than that, it's on into oblivion. But thank you for everybody.
It's going on forever, boys and girls.
Release us, Dean Hall.
Pull the beta from the stone.
But as a reminder, Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like even if we're in mid podcast and we find out beta's release, we just hit stop. It just cuts off, just done.
We helped. Dead. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and being a part of the show. Like Joel said earlier, if you honestly enjoy all those unlocks and skins and everything else, send us a semi-detailed email about why. It doesn't have to be a ton of effort, but leave a comment on a podcast, leave a comment on the episode or send us an email or a couple tweets or something. We would genuinely like to know because we're old and we don't understand. Or especially if you're old, that'd be really interesting. If you grew up in the era like before patches and DLC and all that stuff, and you genuinely enjoy all this stuff, I'd be very interested in knowing that too. But for now, thank you everybody for coming out and being a part of the show. And until next time, stay casual.